Alright, welcome on in, everyone. Let's get started. Someone was knocking at our door. I got to my feet and opened the door. Standing just outside was a familiar face. Sorry to disturb you. I know it's late.
Huh?
Oh, hey, Ado. What's up? Nothing. I just wanted to say thank you. All the craziness today, I never got the chance to tell you how grateful I am. You're exaggerating. If anything, I should be thanking you for bailing us out when the commander had us pinned down. You saved my life, Takumi. I'll never forget what you've done for me. Seriously, it's fine. You don't have to go all dramatic on me. I'm not very good at making friends, so I tend to spend a lot of time in my own head. Maybe that's made me a little stubborn. But thanks to your actions, I've managed to realize something very important. Sometimes it may seem like we're all alone in the world, helpless to fight back against the forces that control our destinies. But the thing is, we're not alone, not really. As a group, we can accomplish so much more than we can as individuals. There's no hardship we can't overcome so long as we have each other. It's not that I disagree with anything he's saying, but it's so awkward hearing it spelled out like that. I don't know how I'm supposed to respond. And then there's hemoanima. If we think of it less as a weapon and more as a tool to protect one another, then maybe it's not so bad after all. Yeah, I guess not. I may not know what the right thing to do is yet, but I hope we can figure it out together. By combining our strengths, our skills, and our knowledge, I'm sure we can make it through this. I'll fight alongside you from now on. Whenever you need me, I'll be there. You can count on me, Takumi. Having said his piece, Ado extended his hand toward me, an expectant smile on his face. Taking hands at this point felt a little redundant, not to mention overly formal. Embarrassing as it was, I still appreciated the gesture. I grasped his hand and gave it a firm shake. Thanks. Same here. Alright, I just wanted you to know that. Thanks for hearing me out. Ugh, excuse me, I think I should go. I'm starting to feel queasy again. You shouldn't have pushed yourself like this. Go get some rest. I think I'll do that. Sorry for keeping you up so late. Night, Takumi. I'll see you tomorrow. Yeah, see you. Fighting for our friends. As corny as it sounds, Ado's right. Things are pretty bad right now, but at least we still have each other. We just have to remember that we're not alone. And so our 7th day at Last Defense Academy, the day of our second real battle here, drew to a close.
Up and Atom troops, time to rise and shine! Get ready for your 8th day of active service here at Last Defense Academy. Prepare to spend another day enduring the unendurable and suffering the insufferable to pave the way for humanity's future greatness. Be ready to give your lives to protect our beloved school from the vile and barbaric enemy.
Even with Siri gone, his automated announcements keep playing like nothing's changed. We'll need to discuss what we do from here on, now that we're on our own. I should go to the cafeteria and meet up with everyone there. I'm predicting it. It is not the end of the world. This is just two schools duking it out. One has robots and humans, and then it's us. This one. another day, another delicious meal. How can you eat at a time like this? What better time is there? Now that Siri's gone, we can enjoy any food we want, anytime we want. This taco rice set meal is simply delectable. I've never eaten rice this fluffy before. That's the part you're enjoying? Even better if you put whipped cream on top. It really gives the dish an extra layer of sweetness. Taco rice need to be sweet? Our conversation was interrupted by Hiroko clearing her throat just loud enough to demand our attention. My apologies for spoiling your fun, but could you listen to me for a moment? I have an important announcement to make. I don't know if I'm gonna like this announcement. What was it you wanted to tell us, Hiroko? About our future plans. I'm assuming nobody has come up with anything yet. Yeah, I didn't exactly like Surrey barking orders at us, but without him we don't really have a lot of direction. Ado proved we can't escape on our own, so why don't we just cut loose and do whatever? Or we can keep fighting and see who gets the biggest killing streak. Loser has to slip their wrists right across their stomach. Are they cutting their wrists or their stomach? Never mind, I don't want to know. Why are we even talking about this? If the school falls, mankind's done for. We gotta stay and fight, commanding officer or not. We don't know for sure if that's true, or if we'll still get to go home when the time's up. We'll be in big trouble if we have to stay here forever. Sharing a living space with a bottom-feeding parasite like me is sure to depress you. Wonder how mankind is going to be wiped out exactly. Hard to say. It must have something to do with whatever's in the defense room, though. He could have had the courtesy to tell us that much before he got himself killed. I'll be taking charge of the school in Thure's absence. Follow my orders and we'll be fine. Huh? Hiroko spoke in such a matter-of-fact way, slipping it into the conversation so casually. I didn't even register what she said until a few seconds later. Wait, what? You're going to what? I said I'll be taking charge of the school in Siri's absence. If you follow my orders, we'll be fine. Ah, hell no. Why's it gotta be you? We need a leader to help organize us, to give us purpose and direction. Without proper discipline, we'll never win the war against the invaders. The war? I've told you time and time again, this is war. We cannot afford to lose. For the sake of victory, you'll have to cast aside any and all unnecessary sentiment. Hope, despair, joy, fear, you don't need them anymore. You don't need to know why you're here or what we're protecting. You don't even need to think. Just do as I say and fight. Wow, she's worse than Siri. Just fight? The invader attacks are only going to get worse from here on out. We need to be at our best and match them blow for blow. That means everyone here must fight. If you want to make it out of this alive, you have to be willing to put your life on the line. Risk your life to save your life. Kill others so that you may survive. That is what it means to be at war. Nobody had any response to that. Hiriko's stance was an extreme one. There was no doubt about that, but nothing about it stood out as wrong either. Given the extreme circumstances we were in, it might even be the most logical way for us to proceed. Violent, heartless, but logical nonetheless. There you have it. That's how things are going to work from now on. You may resume your meaningless prattle. Now that I'm in charge, you can rest easy. I will not allow us to lose. Cafeteria fell silent in the wake of that bombshell of an announcement. We didn't have the heart to make small talk anymore. The atmosphere was just too oppressive. Eventually, our new leader said she wanted to go and think through some new battle strategies and left us there alone. Feeling deflated, we gradually dispersed and went back to our rooms. Kiriko in charge. I can't imagine anyone else could keep us all in line, but still. All that stuff about not thinking and just following orders doesn't sit right with me. I feel like surrendering all control to her would be a bad idea. I need to do something to take my mind off all this. Got plenty of free time. Maybe I'll just wander around and look for something to do. We could just sleep. That'd be terrible, though. Oh, math. Gym. What is that? Literacy, I think. Oh, it's linguistics. I think we go talk or hang out with Ado for the math boost. Talk to Ado. You seem like you're in a good mood today. Did something happen? I hung my laundry to dry on the rooftop fence and it worked amazingly. Everything came out so soft and it smells incredible. You scented fabric softener or something? No, I think it's just the smell of the sunlight. I've never smelled anything like it in the TRC. As you know, there's no sky there. If laundry day is this nice, maybe our time here won't be so bad after all. Can't believe he's this excited about a good load of laundry. Does Ado enjoy housework? Wow, look, math 1. Ado, what are you doing here? I was analyzing the video from our defensive battle on the computer. I wanted to work out the behavioral pattern of each type of invader and use that to inform our future battles. You really are a born researcher, huh? I never even considered analyzing this data. I'm not physically strong, so this is the only way I can make myself useful to everyone. You are our second hardest hitter.
At ease, soldiers. It's time to hit the hay. You never know when the invaders might attack, so rest up while you still can. Well then, good night.
Looks like another day's over. Back home in the residential complex, I used to stay up playing video games and watching random videos online until late. I don't have nearly as many things to distract or entertain me now. Once night falls, all I can really do is go to sleep. And so my 8th day at Last Defense Academy drew to a close. We still never told him about the spooky fire ghost.
Up and at 'em, troops! Time to rise and shine! Get ready for your 9th day of active service here at Last Defense Academy. Prepare to spend another day enduring the unendurable and suffering the insufferable to pave the way for humanity's future greatness. Be ready to give your lives to protect our beloved school from the vile and barbaric enemy.
It's morning. Hiriko's in charge now, but what does that mean? Are our lives here going to be all that different from before? Anyway, I should head over to the cafeteria. Everyone's laying in bed, avoiding going out. I would also avoid going out. Oh. She locked him out, I bet. Where are you? Morning, Tsubasa. Yeah, morning. You on your way to the cafeteria? No, Sorry, I really gotta get going. What was that all about? She's acting weird. Yeah, they definitely got locked out of the cafeteria. Huh? Is it just us today? Yeah, real slim pickings, huh? Is it me or are the ones who are missing? The cowards who refuse to fight? Yes, that's right. They usually come here in the morning. Why didn't they today? Because I told them not to. They're not allowed to use the cafeteria anymore. Huh? What? Why would you do that? Last Defense Academy exists to protect humanity from the invaders. Anybody who won't contribute to that effort doesn't deserve to use its facilities. Isn't that pretty harsh, though? The way things are now, they'll never come around. Time to start cracking the whip. I'm not going to let up until they shape up and start showing some spine. Let up on what exactly? You're in no position to be worrying about others. I need you to be ready to defend against invader attacks at a moment's notice. Our time is precious. You will not waste it. Is that understood? Without waiting for an answer, Hiroko got to her feet and left, unshakably confident as ever. Damn, it's gonna be all business from now on, huh? This is madness. Does sound pretty Spartan. Not so sure this is a good idea. Trying to force our friends to fight might only make things worse. Not like they got any excuse to keep hanging back. None of us get any real choice here. Like Hiroko said, it's what being at war's all about. I get you though. There's such a thing as going too far. Wonder how else she's gonna put the pressure on them. I have a bad feeling about this. We ate the rest of our breakfast in silence. We were all feeling uneasy about what would happen to the rest of the group going forward. Once we were done eating, we went back to our rooms. I'm worried about what else Hiroko might be planning. But it's been a couple of days since the last attack, and I'm starting to get antsy. I'd prefer not to just sit around. All they do is hang out in their rooms. This is terrible. Need more math. Gets an extra move. Now it needs more linguistics. More linguistics. Too bad we don't really have easy access to linguistics. This ain't too bad. The design in this hallway is the fucking tits. I love how shiny it is. Takamaru seems to like the decor here. Talk about terrible taste. I didn't even get a level out of that. 1 second. Okay, we're back. Kitty escaped outside. What are we gonna do? Can't get double math. All I can get is double gym. Kitty. Duck, you wanna take a ride with me? Sure, let's go. A ride sounds fun. Do I just get on your bike? Huh? Hell nah, I never ride two asses to a seat. And how am I gonna ride with you? Ain't it obvious? You're gonna leg it. Run beside my bike. What a wonderful friend. There's no way I could keep up. I'm not trying to set a running record. Just playing, man. I'll let you ride behind me. Just be careful not to fall off. Why didn't you just say that? After that, I enjoyed a ride with Takamaru. How is that still not level?
At ease, soldiers. It's time to hit the hay. You never know when the invaders might attack, so rest up while you still can. Well then, good night.
Did you have fun outside, goofball? Running away from everyone? Running away from everyone? Cat. It's that time again, huh? Hiriko's plan to pressure the others into fighting still had me worried. She'd already banned them from the cafeteria. What else? What would she do next? Whatever it is, I hope it's nothing too extreme. She's taking away food. You can't get more extreme than that. Dreading what the next morning might bring, I slipped into an uneasy sleep, ending my 9th day at Last Defense Academy.
Up and Adam troops! Time to rise and shine! Get ready for your 10th day of active service here at Last Defense Academy. Wow! Look at you guys, making it into double digits. In honor of this milestone, I'm giving you access to the rec room and the leisure lounge on the 3rd floor. I'll tell you all about how they work in person. See you there!
I don't think you're gonna tell us about it. New facilities, huh? I doubt that in-person explanation is going to happen, though. We've only been here 10 days. It feels a lot longer. We're really just getting started. And without Sirei, there's a chance we could be here even longer than 100 days. No, I can't think like that. I have to believe I'll get through this and go home. Back to the Tokyo residential complex. Back to Karuwa.
Hey!
It'll all work out somehow. It always does. The morning announcement said the rec room and leisure lounge have been unlocked now. Maybe I should go check them out. These poor people. I came by to check out the leisure lounge, but when I saw Hiriko, I figured I'd better back off. Bad enough dealing with her shit when everyone else is there. I don't think I could handle her on my own. Pretty hot. Too bad about her personality. Gambling. So this is the rec room. Whoever built this place really did think of everything. One of the most normal places I've seen here, to be honest. Not hard to imagine a fancy academy having a room like this. Hey Takumi, you're scoping out the rec room too, huh? I thought this would be a fun place to hang out, for sure. It's a major disappointment though. There's no edgelord manga or misery anime or hardcore or anything. I'd be more worried if there was. Are we even going to be able to use some of this equipment now that Suray's not here to tell us how it all works? Don't worry, he left behind some manuals and stuff. Ato's reading one right now. I'm not so great with all those big words. Or small ones. Or phonemic awareness in general, really. Don't even get me started on my poor focus and lack of vocabulary. She's surprisingly thorough in her understanding of her shortcomings. That's a huge machine. What is it for? Ato's intently scanning the pages of that book. I wonder if he's figured anything out. That one of the manuals? What's it say? Seems to be for that device over there. Oh, that. What exactly is that? Doesn't look like any machine I've seen before. According to this, it's called a Giftomatic. Gifto, what now? Let me read you the introduction from the manual. True to its name, the Giftomatic is used to manufacture presents, charitable donations, and other doodads. Step 1. Select an item from the machine's extensive database. Step 2. Insert the required materials. Step 3. The item you requested pops out, whole and complete. Take advantage of this miracle of modern engineering to express your gratitude and affection toward your comrades and strengthen your esprit de corps. It's about the size of it. Gift-making machine. Kind of a weird idea, isn't it? Perhaps, but assuming it actually works as advertised, it's pretty impressive. Looked at the list of available items. It can make clothes, shoes, household goods, and even more complex stuff like auto parts and high-spec electronics. How about gory movies or games that were banned for being too extreme? Okay, dog. Yes, actually. Seriously? It really is extensive. Sounds like magic, or alchemy maybe. I wonder how it works. Then again, the Revivomatic is just as much of a mystery, and that hasn't stopped us from using it. Yeah, I guess not. Do you think giving gifts would help to alleviate some of the tension around here? I don't know. The differences between the fighters and non-fighters are a little too deep-seated to resolve that easily. Probably right. What a pity. Oh, can't use it yet. Is there anything else in here? They've got a table tennis table here. Not that I'm in the mood for games right now. Darts, huh? Not right now. Looks like slot machines. Looks like a slot machines like you see in casinos. It's supposed to be a school, right? This must be the leisure lounge. Looks like a nice place to relax. It's got a pool and everything. I like it. Huh? Not you. I'm talking about the room. Yeah, I figured that much. You'd refer to me as it, would you? It's important to take time to rest and recover. Too much work can have a negative impact on your health. So can not eating, but you don't seem to care about that. Oh, that's surprising. I guess even Hiroko likes to let her hair down every now and then. Wipe that expression off your face. You can look at me like that all you want. I'm not getting into the pool with you. What kind of expression did I have? I prefer to relax on my own. Please understand. Fine with me. I feel like leisure time with Hiroko would just descend into an extensive training session anyway. True. Okay, I think I've looked at all the new rooms I have access to now. Maybe I'll go back to my room and think about what to do next. Fun. A rec room and leisure lounge. Honestly, I'm not sure how much chance we'll have to use them. What other kinds of rooms does this school have that we don't know about? When will we get to see them? Still have some free time today. What should I do next? Yay, free time. Fun. The alarm this thing plays practically gives me a heart attack. Think we can rest here after a swim. What is this, a resort? A lot of good training equipment here. Swimming in a pool after training sounds like pure bliss. I am not here for you. Sorry to break it to you. Actually, what did he like? Radio exercises. Okay. Limousine. Huh? Winner ice cream stick. Some interesting things here. Bath salts. Scalpel. Okay, we know who wants a scalpel. I'm not gonna give her one. Replica infuser. A noose? Huh? Oh, this uses up my free time completely. Takamaru?
Whoa! This is seriously funky. You know just what I like, Takumi.
Each character has their own preferred items. Gifting these will maximize the increase to your grade. You can check each character's preferred items in their report cards, and you'll be given hints as you do student activities. There's a first-time bonus for any gifts you make for the first time, so gather up those hints and make all the gifts you can. Accessories. mean, it's probably this.
Are you sure I can have this? Hell, you just turned me into mush.
Wow, 10.
At ease, soldiers. It's time to hit the hay. You never know when the invaders might attack, so rest up while you still can. Well then, good night.
Today went by in a flash. One thing concerns me, though. I haven't seen anyone from the non-fighting group all day. I hope they're okay. I doubt Hiroko would stop with the cafeteria. She could have forbidden them from using other facilities as well. What's her next move going to be? Will all this really motivate them to get on the battlefield with the rest of us? I wouldn't want to get on the battlefield with a maniac. There's not much I can do for now. I'll just have to see how it goes. I could go beat her up. With nothing else to do, I got into bed, and within a few minutes, I was fast asleep.
Up and at 'em, troops! Time to rise and shine! Get ready for your 11th day of active service here at Last Defense Academy. Prepare to spend another day enduring the unendurable and suffering the insufferable to pave the way for humanity's future greatness. Be ready to give your lives to protect our beloved school from the vile and barbaric enemy.
Time to get up. Just as I was hoisting myself out of bed and getting to my feet, something interrupted the quiet morning atmosphere.
Huh?
Sounds like somebody's here, but it's quiet. Too quiet. Something doesn't feel right. The trap. We're gonna die. I took a few hesitant steps toward the door, then took a deep breath and opened it, only to find... Arumi, is something wrong? Ho 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 ho. Oh, Takumi, you sweet summer child, you really haven't noticed. I'm exhausted. I can't take it anymore. So hey, you wanna come die with me? Huh? Once we're dead, the pain will be gone. We'll finally be at peace. Come on, it'll only hurt for a second.
Let's just die. Die, 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 die.
Yeah, she's a little crazy. What? Hey, hold on a minute. Just kidding. Man, you should have seen your face. You've been Darumaid, bruh. How was it? I totally had you, didn't I? I thought a nice joke first thing would help cheer you up. That was hardly what I'd call a nice joke.
Hey!
What are you doing here anyway? I'm on a mission from our glorious leader. She told me to get all the non-fighters together in the cafeteria. Really? Hiroko's letting them back in? Yeah, to be honest though, it's kind of a drag. Think you could help me out? Misery loves company, right? Didn't Confucius say that once? You've got a weird way of asking for help, but I guess I can give you a hand. Gracias mucho, muchacho. Now I won't have to go through with my contingency plan. Oh well, there's always next time. Tell Gaku and Tsubasa what's up, alright? Hey, thanks, bye. Darumi waved goodbye with a cheery smile, completely at odds with the creepy stuff she'd been saying. Just have to tell Gaku and Tsubasa to come to the cafeteria, right? That should be easy enough. I'd better get going. Oh, are they here? They are. This is Tsubasa's room. After checking the nameplate to make sure, I rang the doorbell by the side of the door. After a little while, the door opened with a clatter. Takumi, what is it? I'm on messenger duty. Hiroko wants us all to meet up in the cafeteria. All of us, even the non-fighters. Yesterday she told us we weren't allowed to leave our rooms. Has she taken that back? That's crazy. Hiroko said that? She really has been cracking the whip. Who knows, maybe she wants to apologize. She has been pretty harsh on you guys lately. Come on, you don't believe that. This is Hiroko we're talking about. Yeah, I know. Just so you know, no matter what she does to us, I'm not joining the fight. I can't. Even if I wanted to, I couldn't. That kind of stuff just isn't possible for me. Still looking like she might burst into tears at any moment, Tsubasa slunk off in the direction of the cafeteria. This is Gaku's room. After checking the nameplate to make sure, I rang the bell by the side of the door. After a little while, the door slowly opened. Oh, it's just you. What do you want? Hiroko said she wants everyone to meet up in the cafeteria. For real? Us too? Ugh, what'd she want this time? I just know it's nothing good. That girl's got it in for me. It's not just her either. I bet all of you think us non-fighters are nothing but dead weight. No, not really. Said this before, but you guys are the weird ones, you know that. Regular people don't just go from living normal lives to fighting monsters without a second thought. I get what you mean, but... Fine, Hiroko wants us in the cafeteria, I'll go. If I don't, it'll only get worse for me, right? Man, oh man, what rotten luck. After several dramatic groans, Gaku skulked off in the direction of the cafeteria. We're the weird ones for fighting? Don't go thinking I don't know that. I'm not doing this because I enjoy it. Alright, I've done what Darumi asked me to. I should head to the cafeteria with the rest of them. Why is Hiroko getting us all together, though? I can't imagine I'm going to like what happens next. Probably not. Give me the chance to beat her up. Seven. We are missing people. We're missing the twins. Oh. Now we have everyone. Alright, everyone's here. I guess now we'll find out what this emergency meeting is all about. What is Hiroko up to this time? Hey, can we have something to eat before we start? I'm so hungry, I'm getting stomach cramps. Of course, I won't want you to think I'm totally heartless. Here's some disposable chopsticks I found in the trash. Feel free to grill them or have them raw if you prefer. You are totally heartless. Hiroko, please, give them some real food. I can't bear to see them like this. Very well, help yourself to dry bread, one per person. Just one slice each. We may have surplus food supplies in the refrigerator, but that doesn't mean they're unlimited. We need to use our resources wisely. Wasting them on freeloaders would be the same as throwing them away. Freeloaders, come on. That's fair. I've always been a useless freeloader. Even the air I breathe could probably be used more productively somewhere else. Move on. You're probably wondering why I summoned you here today. I'm scared to be. So why did you ask us to come here? Gaku, Tsubasa, Ima, Kako, and Shoma, the non-fighters as we've been calling you, I have decided you are going to leave this school. Huh? What do you mean leave? You're kicking us out? Kicking you out. What a delightful turn of phrase. Yes, I'm kicking you out, and if you won't leave on your own accord, I will make you. That's all I have to say. Why don't you get going and save us all a lot of trouble? What? Right now? Hiroko, have you lost your mind? Why would you do that to our friends? Why do you think? We've been brought here for one purpose and one purpose only, to fight. Anyone who can't or won't do that has no place here, so why not get rid of them? If the invaders get distracted by hunting them down in the ruins outside, at least they'll be serving a purpose. What? As decoys? Try to stay alive as long as you can. The less time the invaders spend on the school, the better. You can't just use us like that. You should be grateful. I'm giving you a chance to make yourselves useful. Even then, I doubt I'd make much difference. I'll just get stepped on like the cockroach I am, and that'll be the end of it. Hiroko, are you for real right now? Can't go through with this, it's going too far. Don't waste my time with meaningless objections. I'm leading this school now, and what I say goes. Don't think, don't argue, just obey my orders. But it's so extreme. Can't you go a little easier on us? You really don't understand the position you're in, do you? Let me ask you a question. Why should we be expected to fight to protect you when you do nothing in return? Well... You see, now, no excuses. Pack up whatever personal belongings you have and leave. Seriously? Right now? Such a simple task is beyond you. I don't mind helping you along. I'll make you leave by force if necessary. Wait, Hiroko, please. This is all too sudden. Can't you give them some more time? Time for what? Well, if you spring this on them out of the blue, the lesson won't really sink in, you know. Alright, you've got 5 days. Huh? 5 days. You've got until day 16 to make your choice. Fight alongside us or leave forever. 5 days. If you do decide to fight, I'll give you a little test on that day instead. I won't want you telling me what I want to hear and going back on it later. What kind of test? You'll find out when the time comes. I think that covers everything. As for the rest of you, remember to stay on guard in case there's an attack today. With her customary brusque attitude, Hiroko said all she had to say and left without another word. This is just too cruel. We're supposed to be comrades, friends. Friends, yeah, right. I bet you can't wait to get rid of us. It's not true. If we all work together, I'm sure we can get Hiroko to change her mind. Come on, man. You really think she's gonna back down now? We still have to try. Just let it go, okay? We're getting kicked out, we're getting kicked out. Nothing we can do about it. Makes no difference if it's now or in 5 days. It's still better than being forced to fight. You sure about that? I mean, once you get outside school ground. I know. Sheesh, it's bad enough that we're gonna die out there. I don't need you reminding me. Whatever, I'm done. This school, this war, the whole saving humanity thing can go to hell for all I care. My whole life's just been one long string of rotten luck. Why does bad stuff always happen to me? I'd better end up as a billionaire or something in my next life. After everything I've been through, I deserve to catch a break. Still raving to himself, Gaku stomped away, just as unwilling to hear us out as Hiroko had been. Sure is freaking out, huh? Think I know how he feels. Not that I'm putting Gaku in the same category as a sniveling worm like me. But I get what it's like to be so totally unsuited for combat that you can't even imagine having to fight for your own survival. Even our peaceful modern-day society was too competitive for me. How am I supposed to cope on the front lines of an actual war? Don't talk like that. You can't just give up. I wouldn't call it giving up. I'm just recognizing my limits. Too useless to live, too cowardly to die. It's a miracle I even made it this far in life. Well, not so much a miracle as an unfortunate oversight. This is simply nature's way of correcting it. Shoma gave a formal bow and left, making as little noise as possible. Shoma. Get where Hiroko's coming from, you know. It's not fair for us to hang back and let you all do the fighting. But doing anything else is really out of the question for me. Seriously, it's just not going to happen. Tsubasa. I think I must have been sent here by mistake or something. It was probably only a matter of time before I got kicked out anyway. The same as saying you don't care if you die out there, you know that. Yeah, but at least then it'll all be over. At least then I won't have to deal with all these confusing feelings anymore. I could see tears welling up in Tsubasa's eyes before I could say anything to comfort her. She was gone too. We sure do have a lot of Debbie Downers here, don't we, given the circumstances? I guess that's only natural. You used to be one of us, Mr. Otsuki. Why'd you have to betray us and join the Battle Freaks? I don't think I betrayed you exactly. What should we do, brother dearest? Don't worry about a thing, sister dearest. I have a foolproof plan. You do? Yes, but I'm afraid I can't say any more than that. The element of surprise is a big part of it. Fine, keep your secrets. But you know there's still time to change your mind, right? I don't think so. Even if we do get thrown out of here, that hellish wasteland will be a paradise so long as I'm with my dear sister. As such, there's nothing more to discuss. We'll be going back to our rooms now. Be sure to fight with all your might to protect us from the invaders. Oh boy. The Tsukumo twins left the cafeteria arm in arm, each wearing a different expression, like a pair of socks and buskin masks. Damn, ain't a single one of them willing to fight, not even to save their own skins. I don't think Hiroko was bluffing either. If they don't come around, she really will force them to leave. We've got 5 days. Isn't there anything we can do? She gave us that extension pretty easily, don't you think? Now that you mention it, Takumi barely had to say anything to get her to go along with it. Maybe she was expecting us to plead on their behalf. This could be another part of her plan. I think Hiroko wants us to use these 5 days to convince the others to join the fight. So that's why she agreed to it right after I stepped in. She was planning to give us that time all along. We're all just dancing to her tune, huh? Man, that pisses me off. I don't like it either, but if we want to save everyone, this is the only way. Okay, but how's that gonna work exactly? None of them seemed like they were gonna budge on this. Yeah, I wonder why they're so dead set against fighting. I can only imagine it must be for personal reasons. In that case, we'll need to get them to share what those are before we can even begin to convince them. But how? Don't seem like they're willing to spill the beans. You're right. We need to get them to open up to us first. I have an idea. Why don't we sneak them some food? Food? Yeah, I'm sure they're all starving. If we can fill their bellies, there's a chance we get them to open up to us a little. Tempt them with some bait, huh? Sounds like a plan. At least it's simple. So we gain their trust with food, and then try to convince them to fight. Sounds like a major hassle, right? Who do we get to do this? In response, all eyes in the room turned toward me. I should have seen this coming. Alright, I'll do it. Sorry, but you hurt Ima. They already consider me a traitor. I probably wouldn't get anywhere with them. All this subtlety and planning crap ain't really my thing. And you just know Dora and me'd only make it worse. Yay, I didn't even have to come up with my own excuse. We'll still help you any way we can, of course. Yeah, you can count on us. Not like we got anything better to do. Heck, you'd only reverse your social links with us if you tried to do it all yourself at this point. Thanks, guys. We've got 5 days. Let's make the most of them. So it's up to me to convince the non-fighters to start fighting. I'll work something out. I have to keep believing that. After taking a moment to outline our goals going forward, Edo, Takamaru, Darumi, and I went back to our room. 5 days, just 5 days to turn everything around. Convincing the whole group right away is probably too much to ask for. I should pick 1 or 2 of them to focus on. Tsubasa, Shoma, Gaku, Kako, and Ima. Those are the 5 I'm trying to persuade. Of the list, Tsubasa seems the easiest to persuade. She doesn't seem as stubborn as the others. If I give her an impassioned plea, she might come around. Okay, the first one I'm going to try to convince is Tsubasa. With that decided, I should head over to her room. I'm sure she's hungry. If I bring her some food, I bet she'll at least hear me out. Wrong button. I rang the doorbell to Tsubasa's room. After a short while, the door slowly opened. What is it, Takumi? Is it Hiroko again? If you don't mind, I just want to be left alone. Actually, I came here on my own. Here, I brought you something. Figured you'd be hungry. Are those sandwiches for me? Yeah, I thought we could sit and eat together. It's just that I don't want Hiroko to catch us, so would you mind letting me in? Of course, come on in. Welcome to my room, you beautiful sandwiches. You too, Takumi. Okay. What am I, a consolation prize? The moment the door closed, Tsubasa pounced on the sandwiches. Ah, this is what I've been missing. I've been craving moist bread since we got here. I never want to see dry bread ever again. It makes my mouth feel like sandpaper. She must have been starving. She scarfed down the sandwiches in less than a minute. Phew, I'm stuffed. Thanks, Takumi. You're a lifesaver. Now I don't have to eat dry bread today. Have you just been living on dry bread since Hiroko banned you from the cafeteria? Yeah. That bread is so dry I had a nightmare last night where I was stranded in the desert. Hey, would it be too much to ask you to bring over some moist bread from time to time? No problem. I can try to sneak you some bread or rice balls. Really? What in exchange would you open up to me? Huh? Open up to you? About what? A reason why you won't fight. If you have some reason, I'd love for you to tell me. I should have expected this. Is this what you were after from the start? Sandwiches were to bribe me for information. Sorry, Tsubasa. I know I'm taking advantage of your desperation here, but desperate times call for desperate measures. Just want to understand where you're coming from. Okay, fine, but in exchange, I'm going to want some more moist bread later. She let out a deep, resigned sigh and began to share her inner thoughts. Look, I feel bad about it. I know it's unfair for me to stay where it's safe while you guys go out there and fight. But fighting is difficult for me. The physical thing.
Huh?
What do you mean?
Uh,
Tsubasa?
Huh?
I can't keep it down. Keep it down. When I get nervous, it comes out. Not just a little bit.
Hey!
What comes out? I don't understand what you... Puke. I puke, okay? Huh? That's just how I'm built. When I get nervous, I hurl. Come to think of it, Tsubasa is always retching. That's why if I ever fought the invaders, I'd turn the battlefield into a sea of vomit. You really want to get showered by my puke? Would you even be able to fight under those conditions? What if my puke got into your eyes? Did you take medicine or something? The physical thing, and medicine doesn't help the issue. I've tried all sorts of things since I was little, but none of them worked. When I get worked up, it just comes out. Even now, just picturing myself fighting the invaders. Are you okay? Oh, no. No, I can't keep it. Tsubasa vomited all over the floor. She immediately pushes me out of her room, tears welling in her eyes. Phew. That's a tough thing to live with. She vomits whenever she's nervous. He's right that she won't be able to fight if she's constantly puking. I can't blame her for refusing. But there's a chance she'll fight if she can overcome this issue. Didn't seem like she was unwilling to fight. If only I can find out a way to suppress her nausea. How, though? Puking is... Puking? Ado, how long have you been there? I just came by to see if I could help with anything. So what is this about puking? I hate to air out someone's personal health struggles. But this doesn't seem like something I can solve on my own. Maybe I can ask him for advice. Alright, just keep this between us, but... I proceed to tell Ado about Tsubasa's tendency to puke. I see, so that's what she's been dealing with. That sounds tough. Yeah, I want to help her, but I don't know how. She hasn't found a successful remedy on her own, right? In that case, maybe it's better we just assume she's going to vomit and plan around that instead. What do you mean? Like have her bring a high-quality sick bag or something. Sick bag? Like the bags they have on buses? Suppose if she's used the bag when she had to, she wouldn't have to worry about getting puke everywhere. But do they even have sick bags here? High-quality ones at that? What about using that gift-o-matic in the rec room? Gift-o-matic? Yeah, if they don't have them here, we just need to make them. Seems like it's able to make most things. Worth looking into. We headed over to the rec room together to check the gift-o-matic. Wow, for free! A fashionable sick pouch. This looks perfect. Tsubasa is sure to open up if we give this to her as a present. The materials we'll need are string, a plastic bag, and a fashionable pouch. String and plastic bags seem easy enough to find, but a fashionable pouch may prove tricky. If anyone's likely to have a pouch, it'd be a girl. Maybe I can negotiate a trade of some sort? I'll look for a fashionable pouch if you can handle the string and plastic bag. And so Ado and I split up together the materials we needed to make the sick bag. Now where to start? I guess I'll just ask everyone. Yippee. Yeah, you think Darumi is gonna have it? She's over here somewhere. Or not. Doremi, do you have a fashionable pouch? If you do, could I have it? I don't use them, I just dump all my makeup in my bag. I even throw my mirror in their raw dog, so I always end up cutting my finger on the correct surface. Right, you should be careful. I always imagined that all girls carried around pouches and accessory bags, but I guess that's not the case. That's because that's not a girl. That's a maniac. I mean, I might not have one, but I've got some ideas where you might find a pouch. Really? Back around where we found Ado, I found what looked like a dilapidated cosmetics shop. I memorized where it was so I could go maybe pick up something from there later. Can you tell me where it is? I got the general coordinates of the cosmetics shop from Doremi. If I can't find a pouch somewhere inside the school, I'll go check this place out later. Why would we talk to Emo? And we already talked to Ado. Look, Takumi, I found a plastic bag. Nice one, Ado. One item down. Let's keep this up. Where should I look next? Any ideas? Seem pretty upbeat. No, I'm just having fun. Feels like a treasure hunt. I spent a lot of time in the hospital, so I never got to hang out with friends like this. Yeah, I mean, we're not exactly playing around here, but whatever. We did find one of the items after all. Were they both in here? They were both in here. Then we got... I don't think he's gonna help us, but whatever. Fashionable pouch? I don't have anything like that. I've never even used one before. Not even once. We don't even carry around bags or wallets. We would only be targeted by robbers if we did. We tie all our valuables to our bodies so they're secure. That's just being street smart. Yes, we literally keep things on our person. Reminds me of the nights we spent sleeping on the streets, me snuggling up against my sister dearest. We were pressed up very close. What kind of horrible struggles did these go through? Right, translation issues? You can have a piece of string. I recommend you tie your valuable to your thigh. Thanks, I'll do that. Well, I didn't find a pouch. I managed to get some string. That's progress, at least. How's it going, Takumi? Are you getting anywhere with them? Still working on it. I talked to Tsubasa, but it's a little complicated. I have a feeling that she will choose to fight with us. Yeah, bike lovers ain't no cowards. Bike lovers? Does Tsubasa like bikes? I mean, all vehicles, really. She's a huge mech geek. She really knows her shit. Never met a girl who knew more about bikes than me. That much, huh? Apparently her grandpa runs a workshop. We hung out there every day where she learned how to be a mechanic. You know, I vaguely recall her saying something like that before.
I wonder if the workshop's still standing after all that.
Workshop.
Oh, it's just a little garage I run with my grandpa. We mostly just tune up cars, but we do other stuff too. I've always liked tinkering with machines, so I've been watching my grandpa work ever since I was little.
Her grandpa's workshop, huh? I should file this information away. It might help me convince her. By the way, Takamaro, you know where I can find a fashionable pouch? Oh, what? Yeah, I know it was a long shot. Well, we got string in a plastic bag, but we came up short on the fashionable pouch.
Huh?
Yeah, but I got a lead on where we might be able to find one. According to what Darumi told me, there's a cosmetic shop where we found Ado outside the school. We'll go check it out tomorrow. We are not gonna convince 5 people in 5 days if we're only doing one every 2. Ready to go hunt for that fashionable pouch, Takumi? Everyone's in their room. Treasure chest spaces will now appear during exploration. Landing on one will grant you a key item needed to unlock a gift. By obtaining key items from treasure chests, you'll be able to make new gifts from the Gift-O-Matic. Many characters' preferred items can be made from key items, so try to land on treasure chest spaces whenever you can. Okay, let's head for the cosmetic shop. Somewhere around the spot where we found you. That should be in that direction. Oh, that's really short. Search start. I mean, there's a treasure chest there and there. I think we'll hit up those first. 3, 1, 3. You feel a sudden, strong gust of wind. A piece of trash is flying right toward you. Grab the trash. Wonderful.
Yes.
4, 1, 3, 1. Oh no, you dropped your bag. Everything fell into a nearby pond. Wade into the water. Oh, okay. That's bad. He only has 10 health in general. Strange seeds are falling from the sky. Jump and try to catch them.
We did it.
Give me a 2. Nice.
What?
Torn dress. 4. You see shards of glass on the ground. You might be able to use them for something. Look for intact pieces of glass. Oh my gosh.
I'll take this with me.
You were supposed to look for intact ones. 6, 2, 6. Oh, I counted wrong. That's bad. We only have 2 people. Bad.
It's not over yet. Ha! This certainly isn't good. Allow me to trim down their number. All well and good. Say when. Yeah! Let's go. Here. Got it. My turn. Ha! Here we go.
Yeah.
Damn it! Ready when you are. Take this! My turn. That's it. It's not over yet.
Nice! My body. Allow me to trim down their number. All well and good. This certainly isn't good. Here we go.
Oh, it's okay. We got this. Surprisingly.
I'll take this with me. This looks quite rare.
Your pick. You find a beehive. Sure. You tripped over and alerted. Go back 5 spaces. That's terrible. You see a hole in the road ahead. It's so dark you can't see anything. Inspect the hole. That's something at least. You find a shooting game at an abandoned arcade. Prices are still lined up on the shelves. You can probably shoot one down. Aim for the box of candy. Bullseye, you were able to win the candy. Since you went to all the trouble, you decided to take a snack break. I mean, we'll take it. 5 puts us on the enemy. I'm good. See a dog picking through trash. Someone might have thrown away something rare. Examine.
We did it.
5, 2, 5. Find a small hole in a cavern wall. Could there be something on the other side? Make the hole bigger. Oh. Fun. What was that? Strange seeds are falling from the sky. Grab some.
Yes.
You see several mannequins in a display window. Their outfits look pretty stylish. Maybe you should take one. Wonderful.
I'll take this with me.
You got a fashionable pouch. Look, Takumi, we got a fashionable pouch. Now we have all the materials we need. Get back to the rec room and make that gift for Tsubasa. Nice. It's something. Not much, but it's something.
Aha!
Yes, we made a fashionable sick pouch. We did it, Takumi. I'm sure Tsubasa will feel relieved when we give this to her. I feel like it's not gonna go the way they want. Yeah, it'll eliminate her issue with fighting with us. Of course, just because we eliminate her reason for not fighting doesn't necessarily mean she'll join us. If it comes to it, you're going to have to remind Tsubasa of her reason for fighting. What's that? The important people we left behind at the Tokyo residential complex, the things people need to protect. I'm sure if you remind her of that, she'll get on board. The important people we left back in the Tokyo residential complex. So someone like what Kara was to me. Not only do we eliminate her reason for not fighting, we need to remind her that she has a reason to fight too. Seems pretty challenging. I guess there's no point being negative. I'll go swing by her place then. Takumi, why'd you come back? Look, I'm sorry, but could you give up trying to get me to fight? God, for yourself, I puked all over the place. Having a pukey girl like me on the battlefield is only gonna cause everyone trouble. Wait, you're giving this to me? Wow, it's such a cute pouch. But why are you giving me this? Wait, are you trying to bribe me again? You don't need to be so alarmed, I just wanted to talk to you for a bit. Could you tell me again why you're so adamant about not fighting? Persuasion missions. Say the right things to Tsubasa as she shares her worries and convince her to fight. You can choose what to say by pressing left twice. The number of options may increase as the conversation progresses. If you choose the right response, the persuasion rate will increase. Bring this gauge to 100% to successfully persuade her. Even if you fail, you'll be able to try again from the last failure point, so don't worry and just do your best. Wonderful. I already told you why I can't fight.
It's because it comes out when I get nervous. I start puking like a fountain in a fancy park. I know I'm going to puke if I ever fight against those invaders. And it's gonna get everywhere. I mean, I don't mind if I puke on myself, but I know you guys would get caught in the crossfire. Puke flies farther than you think. Plus, it smells and it's slippery. No, there's no way I can fight. I'm just gonna do everyone a favor and leave the school without a fuss.
Just use that sick bag.
What? This is a sick bag. It's a fashionable sick pouch. I know it just looks like a regular accessory pouch. Never seen a sick bag that looked this cute. I wouldn't even be embarrassed to carry this around in public. You're gonna spew into this. That way you won't cause trouble for anyone else. You can puke wherever you need to.
You don't need to be afraid anymore.
So how about it, Tsubasa? Will you fight alongside us now? Tsubasa? I'm sorry, Takumi. I know you went through all this trouble and everything, but I really don't think I can fight. Why not? Your puking issue should be solved now. I can't just puke in front of everyone like it's nothing. Sure, everyone would make fun of me. Of course, what Tsubasa can't handle isn't the puking itself, but that everyone would see her do it. I know that now's not the time to be embarrassed, and there is a part of me that wants to get out there and fight with you.
But I can't handle getting teased for my puking anymore.
Her voice is trembling. She must have suffered a lot because of her nervous stomach. I'm here if you want to talk about it. Must have been through a lot because of your ailment. I don't mind telling you, but it's kind of a bummer. I needed to eliminate Tsubasa's hang-ups with her vomiting and get her to join the fight. I've got to try this again.
You want to know my nickname in grade school? It was Pukette. All the bullies
Cool
in my
nickname.
class made fun of me for my puking. Do you know how much of an impact puking can have on your life? I lost friends every time I puked in public. Like how someone who I thought was a friend would one day start calling me Pukette. Or how the boys would loudly exclaim how the class smelled like puke. It was hard each time I lost a friend, and it made me sad. I'd cry in secret and puke some more. That's why I decided before I went to middle school to avoid any situation that made me nervous. To live an easy life free of any puke. That's why I can't fight. Because if I fought, I would definitely puke. I think that if I puked in front of everyone here, the same thing would happen again. They would be repulsed and give me a mean nickname. I'd rather die somewhere on the streets than be ostracized and called Pukette again.
We wouldn't make fun of you.
I trust you, but I don't know about the others. A few of them could be mean. What if they gave me another cruel nickname? If someone ever called me Pukette, I'd probably puke and cry on the spot. No, I'm too scared. I can't do it. I don't want to get ostracized for puking anymore.
Why is that an option?
I'll puke with you.
What? What are you talking about? If you puked on your own, you'd stand out, so I'll puke with you. That way we'll both share half the attention. No way I'm letting anyone willing to fight for their loved ones get ostracized for puking.
They're gonna have to make fun of me too.
Are you kidding me?
No, I'm being serious. I mean, I'll puke for you right here, right now if you want me to.
Tsubasa stared at me as if she were trying to figure me out. I gave her as meaningful a look as I could in return. I won't let Tsubasa go through this alone. She gets made fun of, and so will I. I continued to meet her gaze in silence. I had a feeling that if I looked away now, she'd close herself off again. 1 minute, then 2. I continued to meet her gaze without even blinking. And suddenly her expression relaxed as if I had gotten through to her.
I see. You're stupid, aren't you?
For sure, we are definitely stupid. Puke with me, are you crazy? How did you get like this? It wasn't the reaction I was expecting, but I got her to smile at least. I don't know how long it's been since I had a real heart-to-heart with someone. I try my best to hide my feelings from others because I'm afraid of puking. I would have never imagined this. Tsubasa looks so cheerful and friendly, but underneath it all she's actually very troubled. I'm sorry, Tsubasa. I'm sorry for asking you to fight when I didn't know everything you've been through. I had no idea how tough things had been for you. But as long as you're in this school, I'll never let you feel lonely. Wait, hold on. Are you saying you see me as some kind of charity case? Should I not be? Oh my gosh. Life hasn't been that hard for me. Granted, things didn't go well at school, but I still had a place I felt like I could belong. A place where Tsubasa feels like she belongs, if memory serves. Apparently her grandpa runs a workshop. She hung out there every day where she learned how to be a mechanic. Do you mean your grandpa's workshop? How did you know that? Takamaru told me you hung out there every day, he said. Yeah, tinkering with machines in my grandpa's workshop was always the highlight of my day. So you don't need to worry about me that much. People can get by well enough as long as they have one place they can belong. Tsubasa's face lit up the moment she began talking about her grandpa's workshop. It must be the most important thing in the world to her. If it's anything like how Karuwa is to me, then do you mind sharing what it was like spending time at your grandpa's workshop? Her grandpa's workshop is the thing that matters most to her, then maybe that can be her reason to fight.
Because of the way I am, I always try to keep my emotions in check. All I can think about is not letting anything make me puke. But I can finally be myself when I'm tinkering with machines in my grandpa's workshop. Machines are really fascinating and let me forget about the world. I'd get covered in oil every day, helping my grandpa with his work. Of course I failed a lot too, but Grandpa would always cheer me up with his belly laughs. Fail as much as you want, Tsubasa. Star players make mistakes, but they make the big plays too. No matter how
That's
much I messed
adorable.
up, he'd never kick me out. Even when his granddaughter was a good-for-nothing puker, he'd always look after me. That's why I love his workshop. It's the embodiment of his kindness. As long as I have his workshop, Damn it! Talking about my grandpa's making me homesick. I miss you so much, Grandpa.
You know, his workshop might get destroyed.
What? Why? Remember what Siri said? If we don't fight, we can't protect what matters most to us. Your friends, families, everything you hold dear from your lives in the Tokyo residential complex. If we lose this war, all of that will be forfeit. But wasn't he just lying? As shady as Siri may have been, I don't think everything he told us was a lie. The Tokyo residential complex was attacked by tons of invaders before we were brought here. Our loved ones being in imminent danger might well be true. But my grandpa's workshop is in danger too? Entirely possible. No way. Tsubasa was at a loss for words. The possibility that her loved ones could be attacked by the invaders terrified her. I took a step closer to her and stared right into her eyes.
If you want to protect your grandpa's workshop, then there's only one thing for you to do. Find the courage to fight the invaders.
But can a coward like me do that?
Don't worry. You don't have to do it alone. We'll protect what's important to you together. So just protect us in return. Come with us.
And protect what matters most to us together.
Protect what matters most to us together.
Wow. She exploded. She's dead. Fighting to protect humanity, to protect my grandpa and his workshop. Can someone like me really do that? Of course you can, and you don't have to do it alone. We can make it through this together. I'm not making any promises, and I'm going to need a little more time. But I won't run from the truth or write myself off anymore. I'll think about what it is I really want, and what I need to do to make it happen. Is that okay? Sure, that sounds great. Okay, and thanks, Takumi. What a long day. Phew, I did what I could with Tsubasa. I'll try to work on the others now. There are 4 people left to convince: Ima, Kako, Shoma, and Gaku. Of the 4, Gaku seems the most likely to hear me out. That's very questionable. Gaku seems very shut off. He doesn't seem like a bad guy, maybe a little outlandish and noisy, but I'm sure I can get him on board. Uh-huh. Okay, I'll talk to Gaku next. There's no time to waste. I grabbed the sandwich offering and headed over to Gaku's room. He's gone already. Oh. Huh? Why I won't fight? Because I'm scared, obviously. After filling up on the sandwiches I had brought him, Gaku revealed the reason why he won't fight. I mean, how is it not scary? What the hell are those invader monsters anyway? They're like straight from a manga. There's no way I can face them. I'd rather get kicked out of the school than have to fight them. You get kicked out, you're guaranteed to die. Isn't it better to fight and live longer then? I'm telling you, I can't. I can't help that I'm scared. How can all of you be fine fighting those monsters? You're the ones who are crazy, not me. Must have a couple screws loose. Not like we want to fight either, but we have no other choice if we want to protect what matters to us the most. If we don't defend the school, everyone in the Tokyo residential complex is in danger. I mean, don't you have people you care about? If we don't fight the invaders here, they might be killed. People I care about? I don't have anyone like that. What? But your family?
Aw.
I don't have a family. I'm an orphan who was abandoned as a baby.
Ah.
I worked and survived at the poor group home that took me in. I found myself falling silent. I had no idea Gaku had such a past. I see. Sorry, I didn't know. Whatever, I don't really care. Besides, being an orphan isn't all bad. Because all I gotta do is look out for myself. I don't give a crap about the Tokyo residential complex. But are you sure? If the Tokyo residential complex goes down, everyone dies. You might not have any family, but surely you have people you don't want to see die.
Hey.
I told you I don't. I struggle enough looking after myself.
Aw.
Been like this my whole life. I'm only looking out for number one.
Ah.
Okay, we're done here. Go home. Wait, hold on. Just hear me out. I told you I won't fight. If you want me to risk my life so much, then bring me money. Money's the only thing I'll risk my life for. Bring me a fat stack of bills, then we'll talk. Money? Judge me all you want. I don't care what people say. This is how I live my life. If you're not gonna pay me, then get the heck out of here. Shoo! Shoo! Whack. Gaku pushed me right out of his room. Well, that didn't work. Seems like the only way he'll hear me out is if I actually bring him money. But nobody has money here. We were basically brought here with just the clothes on our backs. But if I can't pay him money, maybe I can give him some sort of gift instead. I'll have to bribe him with something else. In any case, I need to get him to open up to me. Let me try making a gift for Gaku using the gift-o-matic in the rec room. But what will get him to open up to me? What's something he wants? Something with monetary value. No point trying to think of something on my own. I'll go ask the others and see if they have any ideas. I feel like crazy's not gonna be helpful. Look, Takumi, look what I found. What's that? A surgical scalpel. I was wandering around some ruins when I found an old hospital. I rummaged through the debris and excavated a whole surgery kit. Eve, I can't believe I found such a nice blade. It must be my lucky day. Just think how much easier I can do my cutting. Hermie swung the scalpel around as she ran down the hallway. She's acting like a psychotic slasher. I mean, that's what she is. Don't know what to tell you. Something Gaku might want. What about some needles and thread? Needles and thread? Apparently Gaku's good at sewing. He don't seem like no amateur. Once he looked at the embroidery on my jacket and got all worked up. It was all like, not bad embroidery, but I can do something like that easy. So Gaku can sew. I'm surprised that Gaku has such a domestic side to him. Where do you think he learned how to sew? Well, he's the oldest of a big family. After having to sew up the clothes his brothers ripped up day in and day out, he just got good at it. But big family? That's not what he told me. He said he was an orphan. Apparently he's got over 20 siblings. Like, holy shit, right? But I guess every family's got their issues. Wait a second. Maybe those are the other foster kids living in the group home. But if that's the case, turns out he's got a family after all. I should make a note of this. Gaku's got a family of foster siblings. I mean, that was a given. A present for Gaku. What about clothes? Clothes? I guess his outfits are always patched up. He doesn't have a lot of clothes, or the money to buy more. I see, so he doesn't have the means. So I think he'd be very happy if you gave him clothes. But we can't just bring him any old clothes. It'll have to be something he likes. I'm going to get him clothes. I need to research his taste. Well, we're actually gonna talk to Crazy Lady. Bad. I peeked into the war room and saw Hiroko typing something on the computer with a serious look on her face. What are you doing, Hiroko? I'm looking over footage of past battles and making a record. A record? A record of how many invaders and which commanders we took out. Basically, I'm creating objective data detailing how much we've contributed to this war. Even doing administrative work, she might be hard to get along with, but she's certainly brilliant and capable. Isn't that a lot of work? Obviously, you think I want to do this boring work? Well, I don't, but it's still important. We need to keep these kinds of records. Or they might try to shortchange us when it comes to our reward when the war is over. Reward? Didn't I mention it? These invaders have a pretty nice bounty on their heads. That's what Sirei said, at least. That's true. Then we're not fighting for free? That's why I'm documenting all of this for you, so that doesn't happen. So there are rewards for taking out the invaders. I might be able to use this information later when I'm trying to get Gaku on board. By the way, do you know if there's anything Gaku might want? Oh. Sorry, never mind. Run away, quickly. Speed. Okay, I'm starting to get an idea of what present to get for Gaku. Present for Gaku? What about clothes? Gaku's always wearing patched up clothes, so a gift related to clothing might be good. Although, giving him clothes isn't a good plan. I'm sure he has his own taste and style, and the chances of him liking whatever clothes I pick out are low. Apparently, Gaku's good at sewing, and he don't seem like no amateur. According to Takamaru, Gaku can sew, and pretty well at that. Then what about giving him a sewing kit? He'll be able to make whatever clothes he wants, and even keep wearing his current clothes by mending them whenever he needs to. I searched the gift-o-matic for sewing-related gifts. After a few minutes of searching, a sewing kit. This looks good. The materials I'll need are needles, thread, scissors, and cotton. That's a lot of materials. Gathering them all is gonna be a pain. I was wandering around some ruins when I found an old hospital. I rummaged through the debris and excavated a whole surgery kit. If the place Doremi found was a surgical facility, they might have needles and thread for stitching. It's also sure to have scissors, and if there are medical cotton pads, they might work in place of the cotton. Okay, I'll go exploring tomorrow. I'll have Doremi show me the abandoned hospital so I can gather the materials. Ready to go find more scalpels for my cutting, Takumi?
Hey!
You mean to look for materials to make Gaku's present, Doremi? Yeah, that's definitely what she means. For sure. Begin exploration. Okay, take me to that hospital, Doremi. Oh, okay, but don't get mad at me if I get lost. Okay. Search start. Okay, so it's down there. I'ma head down, pick up that, and then go over that. 3. I don't really want fight. You find a natural hot spring. Take a dip. It didn't help because we already were fine. You see a hole in the road ahead. It's so dark you can't see anything. Jump in the hole. Inspect the hole. Okay. Wonderful. More health. What is 3? Various mushrooms are growing on a fallen tree. Some of them might be useful. Pick the fiery looking red ones. Oh. What? The poisonous ones weren't poisonous? Okay, sure. You find dilapidated old greenhouse. Lots of pumpkins. Take the small ones. Because we got injured last time we took the large ones.
Good.
Find a small hole in a cavern wall. Could there be something on the other side? Force your way through.
We did it.
3 puts us on the question. Sure. You are surrounded by a thick fog. You can barely see what's in front of you anymore. Hide and wait. Oh, okay. Going backwards. Or not. School uniform. You were suddenly caught in a violent squall. It's going to be hard to move forward like this. Take shelter.
This looks good.
Take it. Find a plushie abandoned on the roadside. It looks like an invader. Sure is creepy. Pick it up. The stuffed toy's fabric was torn and in tatters. You tried repairing it with the tools you had, and you fixed it up nicely.
This looks good.
Fun. Your path is blocked by a large hole. How did this get here? How did this get here? Not by the stupid bots that show up constantly. Get out of here. Vanished. To the dirt. Put your hand in the hole. Nothing
Yes.
bad ever happens doing that. 3, 4. Doesn't really matter. Put me closest. 3, 4. It's over. You got needles, thread, scissors, and cotton. Alright, I got all the materials. Okay, can we go home then? I'm getting bored. I just want to go back to my room and play depressing... Okay, sure, crazy. Make the sewing kit.
Aha!
Yes, the sewing kit's done. I immediately headed to Gaku's room with the newly made gift. Doesn't matter how many times you come over, I'm never going to fight those invaders. The only way to convince me is with a sack full of money. What the heck is this? A sewing kit? Wait, you're giving this to me? Yeah, I figured you could use this sewing kit to make whatever clothes you wanted. Or you can just keep mending the clothes you already have. You're good at sewing, right? Alright, I gotta admit, this is pretty thoughtful. I just noticed some holes in my clothes. Yes, that's a pretty good reaction. I can tell Gaku's expression is softening. Look, I feel bad saying this after you gave this to me and all, but I still can't fight with you. I'm seriously terrified of those invaders. As you can see, I'm not exactly the big macho Chad type. No, I'm not asking you to fight just in exchange for this gift. More like a gift so I could get a chance to talk to you some more. Gaku, would you mind telling me why you're so against fighting? Why won't I fight? Isn't it obvious?
Hey!
Because I'm freaking terrified.
I get dragged to this completely insane place, and then they tell me to go fight these monsters? Like, what am I supposed to do? What even are these invaders? They look like they came straight out of a manga. Yeah, no way. Doesn't matter how much you ask, I can't and I won't. I mean, you tell me. How can you guys even bring yourselves to fight them? Seems like you're the ones with a few screws loose.
You can make bank if you fight.
Gaku, if you fight, you can make money.
What? Make money? According to Hiroko, every invader you bag nets you a bounty reward. If you fight the invaders with us, you'll be able to make some serious cash. No freaking way. So you're saying this could be a way out of being broke? No, not just that. We actually have a chance of hitting it big and getting rich. Gaku, come fight with us. Let's get through this war and make a ton of cash. I extended my hand and urged him to participate in the coming battles, but Gaku wouldn't take my hand. Instead, he averted his gaze and bit his lip. What was the matter? You don't want money? Yeah, I do. Real bad. You have any idea how long I've been broke? I'd gladly risk my life, no, 2 of my lives for a big payout. Then... what if I decide to fight here and help you take out the invaders? Then all those bastards in the Tokyo residential complex would be saved too. Isn't that a good thing? No way, it's not fair. Not fair. I told you I'm an orphan, right? I grew up poor in a group home. You may not know this, but society pretty much treats you like dirt when you're a poor orphan. No matter how much I asked for help, those jerks in the complex never even gave me the time of day.
They didn't help me, so why should I help them? How is that fair?
Fair? Now's not the time to be thinking about fair. Shut up. You grew up in a happy family. I don't want to hear crap from you. Gaku started breathing heavily as he shut me down. His hatred toward the society that abandoned him is Gaku's true reason for not fighting. He'll never agree to join us until this hatred is addressed. Gaku, I'm here if you want to talk about it. I'd love to know everything you've been through. I decided to ask Gaku about his past to see if I could find a way to change his mind.
You want to know how many jobs I was holding down back in the complex? 17. I was working 24/7, 365 days a year. I worked every day until I was about to collapse, and I don't have a single penny to my name. It all went to running the group home. I never got any time to myself.
Why did I have to
Isn't that
work this
messed up?
much?
So I asked adults for help, to show some love to our home, but we got nothing. Politicians ignored our request for assistance. I went to companies to ask for donations and got tea thrown in my face. There's no way I'm gonna help any of them. I wish they'd all die. I will never, ever, ever fight for any of them.
Save your siblings.
My siblings? Takamaru told me. You're the oldest in the group home, and you have a lot of foster siblings. If the complex gets destroyed, they'll all die. You're fine letting the invaders massacre your entire family? Gaku fell silent. He seemed rattled. Much as he seems to hate the complex at large, there's no way he'd just abandon his family. He's bound to change his mind once he realizes his siblings are in danger. No, I'm still not fighting. What? Don't you even care if your whole family gets killed? They're not my family. Not like we're blood related. We're just strangers who happen to live in the same group home as me. What's wrong with you? You may not be blood related, but you're still family. Not only are they not family, they're a huge burden. I've had to suffer my entire life because of those stupid brats. Ugh, just thinking about it ticks me off. They freaking used me. If it weren't for them, my life wouldn't be as miserable. Those brats can go die, 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 die.
I hope the invaders kill every single one of those brats.
Do you truly? What's with this guy, really? I get his anger toward the Tokyo residential complex, but why his family as well? They went through the same hardships. Taku, why are you so angry at your family? Would you mind telling me? I need to abate Gaku's anger and get him to fight. I decided to try again.
The reason I was holding down so many jobs at once was to earn enough money to feed my siblings. Every cent I earned disappeared into their stomachs. I'm the one working myself to the bone, but I couldn't even afford to buy a single shirt. And despite all that, they never even thanked me once. They just complained about how there was never enough food or snacks. They treated me like a slave. If anything broke, they figured I'd fix it. They ripped their shirt, Gaku will mend that too. I must have mended their clothes thousands of times. I'd stay up all night just to sew for them. They're little parasites that drained me of my time and money. If it weren't for them, I would have had free time and money for myself. I could have bought new clothes, eaten some good food, maybe even moved out on my own. Oh, give me back my time and money! Damn it! Just die! Die, 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 you stupid brats! Die, 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 die! The invaders can kill every last one of those brats. I wouldn't even shed a tear.
Oh. Okay. Damn it, die. They can all die. They all deserve to die. They all should just die. But then, why? Why is it when I imagine them being killed?
I start crying!
Because you don't want them to die. Not really. But if you think about it, I'd be way better off without them. They don't add any benefit to my life. Family's not about benefits. You should know that better than anyone. You're trying to convince yourself that you should abandon them when you know you can't. You're only making yourself suffer. How about you give up and just accept it? Fight to save your siblings. You want me to save the little brats who ruined my life? Damn it, my life sucks. Was I a penny thief in my previous life?
Gaku, if you don't want to help the Tokyo residential complex, that's fine. I'm not doing this to save the world either. Honestly, as long as I can protect what matters most to me, that's all I care about.
I took a step closer to him and stared right into his eyes.
You don't need to save the Tokyo residential complex. You don't even need to let go of your hate. Just fight to protect what matters most to you, like me. For the ones waiting for you at the group home.
Just fight for your family.
Just fight for your family.
Yippee. He died as well. He's dead. Into pieces. I never asked for all those brothers and sisters, you know. My own parents didn't want me, so who needs family? They just get in the way. Why should I have to keep busting my hump for them even now? They could be a million miles away for all I know. My whole life, I've had to sacrifice everything for their sakes. Talk about rotten luck. But still, I can't just abandon them. They're family. We might not be related by blood, but they're the only family I've got, you know? Of course, there's nothing wrong with wanting to be there for your family. Is it asking too much for you to fight for them too? Sorry, but can you give me some time alone? I need to think through all this. Sure, I understand. Thanks, man. You're a real decent guy. I feel a little better about myself now. Yagaku. Day 15. Ding dong, bing bong.
Up and at 'em, troops! Time to rise and shine! Get ready for your 50th day of active service here at Last Defense Academy! Prepare to spend another day enduring the unendurable and suffering the insufferable to pave the way for humanity's future greatness. Be ready to give your lives to protect our beloved school from the vile and barbaric enemy!
Yippee. The announcement played like usual. I got out of bed feeling like it would be just another morning, but then... who could that be? Oh, what a great way to do it. Yeah, it's bedtime. That. What'd we get through? Like 4.5 days? But they were long days. Pretty good. All right, let's find someone to raid. Everyone's playing Repo. Did it have an update or something? We're gonna raid this nerd. Okay, you guys, thanks for hanging out. We got enough done. I mean, I don't know how long the game is. It's probably even longer because I read everything. But it's been good so far. Hiroko, definitely my least favorite. Do not particularly like her. But we'll see more tomorrow. So, for now, thank you guys for hanging out, and I hope you all have a wonderful day, night, evening, afternoon, morning, and I'll see you guys next time.